Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am back today with another video. I decided because I have to be at work at 2 p.m. today, so I just wanted to basically film a chit chat get ready with me. So I'm not really gonna go through the products that I am using because I use the same thing every day. I'll be talking about the experiences that I went through in a strip club. I would say one of the most funniest things that happened to me, well, I don't know, it was funny and disgusting, that happened to me at a strip club is something that I would never forget. And also the negatives are something I'll never forget. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was there was a time where it was like, I believe it was a Friday night or something. In the strip club, there's private rooms. And me personally, I'm not a private room person because of all the stuff that I heard happens back there. And on top of that, I don't feel safe, really. My club, they had cameras in the private rooms and stuff like that. But I was just a stage girl. I prefer to dance on stage and make my money on stage instead of giving a private lap dance. Like, that's just not me. I don't feel comfortable with grinding on my grandparents or someone that could be my father. Like, it's just not me. So, oh, and if you guys see me looking right there, I'm looking at the mirror. That's right behind me because I am filming in front of my window. This time where I guess, you know, I was just in a really good mood and I was making so much money that night that I was willing to make extra money, but not in like, you know, like that way. So there was this older white man and he kept kind of bothering me throughout the night, and I didn't really want to go in a private room with him, but he was offering me a lot of money just for a lap dance. Like, he was like, oh, I'll pay you, and then and I'm like, honestly, you have no choice but to pay me. I ain't doing nothing for free. But he'll pay me like extra and stuff like that, like extra tips in the room. And then I was like, I don't know. Then he showed the money. I was like, all right, let's go. So he did that, and we went in the back, and he was like, I was giving him a lap dance, and he was like, honestly, I just want to massage your butt. I was like, shit, okay. Like, and he wanted to massage my feet and stuff like that. I was like, okay, fuck it. Like, I've been on my feet for the past 8 hours. Like, why not? And so the private room we went for was a half an hour. And a half hour, I get $100 for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, I always ripped off people. So it was really like 12 minutes that I stood there. But I get $100 basically for 12 minutes. And then the club keeps the other 50. So we went in the back and I was giving him a lap dance. Well, I was trying to give him a lap dance. And he was like, oh, can you just lay down and I rub your butt? I'm like, okay. And again, the room is, in the private room, you have to be nude. Coochie out, everything. And, of course, there is a camera just in case for our safety and stuff like that. If anybody sees anything on camera, they run down and help us. So he was, like, rubbing my butt. And I'm like, sir, like, I think you need to relax because he tried to open my butt cheeks, like, my butthole. And in my head, first thing, I in my head, I'm like, oh my God, he's about to put his finger in my butt. Like, let me stop this. And then the second thing was like, yo, I just had a heavy ass meal. Like, I'm scared type shit. Like, what if I fart? You shouldn't do that because you don't want something to come out. Like, and he's like, oh, I'm an ass man. You could fart all in my face. I'm like, okay, but you need to relax. Like, that's nasty, bro. Like, what? And then he's like, oh, you have such a bigger ass than my wife. And I'm like, I have a little butt. So for the fact that my ass is fat compared to his wife, she must be flat. Like, no type of ass. So he kept doing it. And I'm like, hey, man, like, stop. Like, relax. And he's like, can you please fart on my face? I said, what? He said, yeah, can you fart on my face? Like, just fart right on my nose. I was like, no, that's nasty. He was like, I'll pay you extra $300. I was like, no, that's gross. And he threw $300. Bitch. I said, Y'all, I let that fart right out on his face. Fart right on that face, bro. $300 just for me to fart on your face, no lap dance, nothing. I should very much did that. And bruh, when I tell you, he's gross. Like, he's one of them weirdos. And he was on some, oh, you had garlic bread today, didn't you? It smells so bad. Like, I never met anyone who actually likes stuff like that. Like, it smells so freaking bad to the point where I started tearing in the private room. And it's not doors, it's curtains, so anybody could just walk in. But it's like, bro, it stunk so bad. And he was loving it, like, enjoying every last smell of that stink ass fart. Like, it was so funny. I went out, I left the room. I went to Amber because she was out there making her money still. And I said, bitch, this white man just told me to fart on his nose for $300. She was like, you did it? I said, hell yeah. Right on his nose. A weird thing. Another negative that happened to me that actually stopped me from going back to that club was I got threatened with my life. Like, some dude, he's like a scammer and he's also a fighter or whatever. I never seen him well, I seen him one time and he actually tried to offer me money to have sex with him and his wife, and of course I denied that. And he came back or whatever, and I guess he was looking for, you know, someone to slide into. And he was literally confronting almost every female, and threatening them about, like, if they don't go to the private room with him and have sex with him for $400 for 10 minutes, then he's, like, gonna tell everybody that enters the club that they got AIDS and stuff like that. And then he tried it with me. Like, not every girl was denying him, because eventually he went into the private room with some girl. She was a prostitute, so it was regular to her. But he came out the room and stuff like that. And I'm assuming he didn't sleep with her or something. Well, I'm sure he did. But because he came out and he called me off stage. Like, he was throwing bands at me. Like, so much money on me. It was like a Tuesday night, Monday night. It was really good. And it wasn't that much girls in the club. So I was able to make money. He was throwing money, and then he called me off the stage. And he was like, on some, fuck me for $400. I was like, no. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm good. And he's like, come on, like, I'll take you home right now. I'll take you out to eat, and then you gotta come home with me. I was like, no. Like, I could be a freaking serial killer. You could be a serial killer. You think I'm gonna go home with you? Like, you crazy. And he's like, it's $400 for 10 minutes. That's all I need. I'm like, no. He was like, I'll give you $1,000. I'm like, no. He was like, I'll double that. I was like, no. Like, you're crazy. And he was like, if you don't come with me right now, I'm going to wait for you outside and I'm going to shoot you right in your face. Bro, I was so shook after that. Like, I was scared. Like, and everyone, and like some people that I told, it was like, oh, like, you shouldn't have been scared, blah, blah. But to be honest, bro, that's very dangerous. Shit like that happens at clubs. There'll be other females that be jealous of other girls, and they wait for them outside and they jump them, take all their hard-on money that they work for that night. There be guys that kidnap, you know, females after the club, especially if they're alone. Like, mad stuff happens. So the fact that he threatened me with my life, like, I'm going to shoot you outside, and I'm going to shoot you in your face when you get outside if you don't come home with me, I was scared. I still did not go home with him because I was shook, like, really scared. I went to the security guard. I showed them a picture of him, and like, when they went through the camera to see who he was, and I showed them the picture, and they, like, abandoned him from the club or whatever and stuff like that. But, you know, that was just, like, such a very scary feeling for me. Like, just imagine that, like, you just simply trying to make money. You're not trying to go home with nobody because you're not trying to sleep with anybody. Your mindset is just to have fun at the club and make some money so you could go home and sleep at night and be able to eat the next day. And some asshole gets mad because they can't get no pussy and threatens to shoot you in your face. Like, that's a very scary experience that I went through. And after that day, I didn't go back to work. So that was one of my scary experiences that I went through. Another second scary experience, which is why I don't do private rooms. This was after the farting, the guy that wanted me to fart in his face. So I was in a private room with this guy. I really didn't want to, but it was kind of an extremely slow night. Like, I spent like $40 on a house fee on a Friday night or something like that. And it was still early. Like, it usually gets busy on Friday nights, like 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. And I still didn't have no money. So I was on some, like, I don't feel like staying the whole night. I just want to make my money right back. Like, I don't want to come here to spend money and leave out nothing. So this dude, he wanted a private room, whatever. He was looking drunk. I should have, like, known better. He was way bigger than me, of course, because I'm very little. I'm only 5'1". And I only weigh, like, 128 pounds. So I'm a small person. And regardless, like, small or not, at the end of the day, males are stronger than females. I went to the private room with him, and me, I'm really strict on no touching. I'm going to give you this lap dance. I'm already nude. Like, you already watching. Don't touch me type of shit. So we was doing that, and, like, the dance was over, and he was like, oh, come on, like, I'll give you $50 for some, you know, some head. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not one of those girls, but if you want that, I could show you a girl, show you one of the girls that possibly do that, though, but it's not me, I'm not with the stuff. And he was like, come on, like, so I got nervous because when I was, like, on some aggressive, like, I was getting really pissed off. I was like, no, like, don't fucking touch me, I'm not doing shit for you, like, you dumb. And I went to walk away, he grabbed my arm, and I have on heels, so I didn't have a lot of balance either. He grabbed my arm, and I fell. And then I was like, yo, what the fuck is your problem type shit. He was like, I want it right now. Please, I'm sorry. Like, I want it right now. And I'm like, no. And then I shoved him as hard as I can. Like, I promise you. He already lost his balance when I shoved him. And I managed to run out. And when I ran out, the security guards was already on the way. Because, again, there's cameras. And I kid you not, I thought I was going to get raped. I put that on my life. I thought I was going to get raped. And it was so terrifying. Like, I went to the bathroom, I started crying because, you know, that's a very scary feeling, you know. It's very scary feeling, the fact that you're female. You're with this drunk ass man in the room, and he grabs you the way that he grabbed me. Like, that's very scary. You know, anything could have happened to me that night if he wasn't drunk. Let's say if he was actually sober and he was trying to do that stuff to me. What would have happened? What would have happened if there was no cameras in the room? You know, like, or if nobody was able to hear me, like, argue with him type of stuff. Like, anything could have happened, and I was so scared. I really thought I was going to get raped that day. The way he grabbed me and, like, he pushed me up against the wall, and I was yelling, like, get the fuck off of me, blah, blah. And then I shoved him hard, like, and then I managed to get out. Don't do private rooms. I never liked doing them in the first place because I never really felt comfortable. But as a dancer, like, you try everything and stuff like that, see what you're comfortable with. And when I first started dancing, I realized I was only comfortable with being on stage. You can make $200 in 1 hour or less if you're good with ripping these dudes off. Like, I was really good with that, and I ripped all of them off. Like, shoot, I used to. Private room for 15 minutes is you get paid $50 for 15 minutes. The $50 is yours. And I was only doing 8-minute dances, so I was getting paid $50 in 8 minutes. It's not private because you're just in your corner, but everybody could see you, and that is $25 for one song. And you don't even have to rip them off. The club does, because they don't play the whole song. It's a DJ, so it's literally a half of a song. You be like, okay, that's it. Give me my $20 type of stuff. So you get paid $20 in like 30 seconds. Almost had a fight in the club. There was this night where there was these girls, like, I'm guessing there was former strippers at the Angels clubs, like, there are bartenders or something. and they came to Show Palace, and they had stacks, a good four grand in singles. And there was these group of, like, they was in VIP, and of course when you see money flying, all the girls start running like, let me try to get this money, whatever. And there was these girls that was, I guess, already there, and like, I was picking up money that was on the floor, because technically if they was throwing the money at you, they'll be pouring it right there, right in front of you, not in the air where everybody could catch it, because that's how they was doing it, like that, throwing it everywhere. And this girl, I picked up the dollar. This girl snatched the fucking dollar out of my hand. I was like, yo, don't be fucking snatching. There's a fucking dollar. And she was like, yeah, but this money isn't yours, it's ours. I'm like, no, it's for everybody, because they're throwing it all over everybody. And then she's like, listen, don't be touching my money. And I got mad. Like, I got pissed off. I was like, I'll touch whatever money I want to touch. Like, this money's on the floor. I'm picking it on the floor. If it was your money, he would have been throwing it right in your back. Like, throwing it right on your back, bro. Not in the air. They would have been throwing it on your back so it could fall right on you. Like, what are you talking about, bro? And we didn't really fight, but like, I shoved her, and then she shoved me, type of stuff, and then security came and pulled us apart and stuff like that. But that's really all that ever happened to me that was negative. Like, I never really got into a fight in a club, but it got like into arguments and stuff like that. I never got into anything else. I was just about my money, no drama. I wasn't trying to make no friends. I had another partner after Amber left because I needed someone else to make money with. Is that you need to be super strong-minded, again, like what I said before, to the point where you don't get desperate that you end up sleeping with somebody for money, because that's very dangerous. Like, I wouldn't want anybody to get sick like that or get their life taken away because they're that desperate for money, for $1,000. Like, no, don't do that. It's a strip club. You may not make $1,000 in one night, but you could make that within 2-3 days. 2-3 days. Like, it's not worth sleeping with somebody for money. There was a time where I got offered $25,000, not $2,500, $25,000. The first thing I asked was, why $25,000? Why not $200 or $300? Why are you asking me to sleep with you for $25,000? Do you even have that money? And he showed me a couple of stacks and hundreds. I'm like, but what do you have that you're offering me $25,000 instead of $300? He's like, oh, nothing, baby, nothing. I just want some and stuff like that. And I'm like, you want some, cool, but you offering me 25 grand. What do you have that you think 25 grand is worth having? And I'm like, what's your medical history? You have it? And he was like, no. I was like, can you get it? He was like, oh, no, for what? Why you need that for? I just want one night with you. I walked away right after that. I was like, no. Anybody that's offering you that amount of money and won't offer you telling me you have 25 grand in your pocket, but you don't have your medical history on file? I have mine on file. I have my email. You know, my doctor always sends me updates because of, like, just anything, like any medical history that I need, because I do live in Florida, so he emailed me everything. I have my stuff on file. Why don't you? You don't have a medical history to show me that you clean? Like, no, you sick. Like, he's sick, bro. You offer me 25 grand to give me an STD. That's basically what you asking me. I was never the type to suck, open my legs, do anything for money. I'm good. Alright, so this is the ending of my get ready chit chat with me video, and I hope you guys that are very interested in the exotic dancing life, or just working in the club period, or sex working, actually, you know, I hope it opens your eyes and, you know, give you some information that you guys could use for yourself and making that decision. And make sure you make the best choices for yourself, be smart, and stay safe with all the decisions you guys make. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.